So one of the things that may be difficult for you to modify on your boat, especially if it's a production boat, is having a companionway that meets the requirements. Now, there are just a couple of things that we learned from the 1979 Fastnet race, where a lot of boats lost their companionway drop boards and ended up with a big gaping hole in their deck because they got knocked over and they didn't secure the boards in place. So if we look at how Merlin is set up, Merlin, first of all, has a lanyard that holds the hatchboard to the vessel so that you can't lose it. It's a little leash. Second, she has some of these sliding bolts that allow the hatchboard to be locked into place so that the hatchboard won't fly out if the boat gets knocked over. And the third thing is, and it's a great idea, make sure that the crew can get out from inside without being locked in and can get from the outside in without being locked out so that you don't have to have somebody on the other side of the companionway. And one final point, these hatchboards stow right down alongside the engine compartment, so they're available for instant use. Nobody wants to go to sea on a wet boat, and a couple of places where the water's likely to come in are the foredeck hatch and virtually any other hatch on deck. So in this case, we've got a fairly old boat, and if this gasket has dried out or started to crack or something, it needs to be replaced before you go. A lot of owners will shoot a water hose on it and see if it leaks. It's probably not enough. The bow of this boat is underwater a good percentage of the time when you're running downwind. So make sure that you actually sail the boat with the hatches dogged to see if they leak. If they do, work on fixing that leak. One of the items that needs to be securely fastened is the stove. Now this isn't a very big stove, so it's probably not going to do much damage, but it needs to be secured so it doesn't fly out of its gimbals if the boat goes on her beam ends.